And then I realized I'm so not the guy who's going to live in a hut in Uganda and build schools. It's not me. There's other people that are way more passionate about that. It's actually the strangest, randomest story. The pinnacle of it all started when I was in CEGEP and I was in media arts. And we were doing, I think it was our big final project. We were outside, we were pretending to do a newscast. Okay. And we were just bullshitting. I was doing an Irish accent and, oh, my brother's dead back there. And I was looking up in the windows and I saw people filling out their exams for, I don't know, science or math or whatever. And I looked up and I felt so guilty. I'm like, oh my God, I'm having fun. This is my final. These people, that's what academic is. Like, I don't know, just bullshit. Yep. So when I went into university, the only other class I liked was anthropology. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to be Indiana Jones. Anthropology. And so I did that for like, I don't know, 2 semesters, a semester and a half. And then I realized I'm so not the guy who's going to live in a hut in Uganda and build schools. It's not me. There's other people that are way more passionate about that. And then I switched into sociology, loved it, but I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? Teach this? And so I was stuck in one of my classes and I'm like, you know what? I put all my eggs in communications, but then I saw one of my friends from media arts was in journalism. She loved it. And I was like, journalism? I have no interest, but fuck it. Let me try something, you know? Never heard back from communications, got into journalism. Now, the summer I was, at the end of my first semester, it was this summer, and I was like just hungry for, I don't know, some internship, anything, you know? And I had made friends with one of the friends of the 2 owners of MTL Blog. Now, back then, I literally knew no one. I don't think anyone really knew MTL Blog. They were taking pictures for events. Yeah. I had seen their sticker on a stop sign. That was about it.
I had seen like, I feel like that's the knowledge that I have of early MTL Blog. And I can't even give you a date. Like, I couldn't even give you a time frame necessarily.
2000s at some point. Yeah. 2010.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
And so I don't know if you know E3, the electronics convention. I'm a huge into video games, and E3 came around, and me being on Facebook, being the nerd that I am, I decided to write a little note, my little review, my 10 points of E3. And one of the owners at MTL Blog, who I had hung out with a couple of times, he saw it and he goes, hey, do you mind if I publish this? I'm like, yes, I'm in journalism. That's fucking huge.
Do it.
He's like, oh, I'm actually going to go see a couple of movies, play some video games. You want me to write some reviews for you? He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. We need content. And so that's how the article started, which was kind of interesting because there's no way any of that would come out now. It's just completely different, you know. And when I started there, we were maybe 3 writers, the 2 owners. We shared a desk with 11 other co-companies in one room in a building in, oh my God, somewhere in the Green Line. No air conditioning. It was terrible. And yeah, from there, it exploded that summer. It exploded. Yeah. And back to what you were saying about sort of the clickbait titles, and I think it was one of those things where the momentum was so fast that it just thrusted you in this direction, and you're just trying to hold on, and you're like, what is working? I don't know. You know?
The algorithms were juiced. It was like steroids.
Literally, it was like steroids.
It was attention on steroids.
Fully.
The world had never seen anything like this.
Never.
I agree. I fully agree with that.
And we were just, I think, in retrospect, a bunch of kids just having fun. Yeah. You know,
writing about stuff you wanted to know about,
basically. And then towards the end of that, fall was coming up, and I was like, okay, I feel like I'm not really into like writing articles. I don't want to do this. And right around the end of that year, I had done like an in-class. I was in journalism now, and we did a studio newscast. I wore a suit behind a desk. Hello, I had my TV voice. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Montreal News. You know, and one of the owners saw it, and he goes, "What is that?" And I go, "Oh, it's just this thing." He's like, "Oh, do you want to do a video?" And I'm like, "All right." And in January 2014, in a room the size of a fucking closet, we shot the first episode of Anchorman MTL, and it just fucking clicked. And I'm not going to get into the details, but after that, I did jump around to some corporate stuff, which gave me a little bit of an understanding of what businesses want. And then over the last 5 years, I sort of meandered. And 2 years ago, they basically said, can you come back and work for us full time? Amazing. And I've been working in video every single day for the past 2 years, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I look, you know, I'm gonna toot your horn here. I think there's something really beautiful about what you're doing. I love that you're doing the series in a way that you're like bringing this forward. It seems like you're doing what you want to do. Yeah. So like I know that you have like a new show that just came or just coming out called Food Trip.
Right.
Which sounds like the best job ever.
I know.
So first of all, Montreal is a foodie city. It is. We have the best food in terms of, because we're just so diverse here in Canada that we have like real authentic Greek food, real authentic Lebanese food, real authentic Portuguese food, whatever it is. Yeah, we're incredibly fortunate. So I think you've got one of the best jobs on the planet in terms of going around town and doing that kind of stuff. And I love that you're doing it with your brother.
Yeah, that's also very new. So quick shout out to my brother,